At LSM, we're always trying to understand why the pain is happening so that we can prevent it from happening again. Over the last few years, I've started to notice that often physical, muscular, musculoskeletal pain can be caused by emotional stress and strain. So in today's video, I want to share with you this idea of the cause of pain being on a spectrum where one side is physical and the other side is emotional, and how I've come to this conclusion or this theory, as in what's happened in my practice, and how this can help you in your own trying to figure out why you get recurring or chronic aches and pains. If we haven't met before, I'm Catherine. I'm the founder and principal therapist of LSM, and in this channel, I share information about how the body works and simple ways that you can take care of yourself. So today I want to talk to you about this thing that I call the emotional physical pain spectrum. Now, when I first started as a massage therapist over 10 years ago, I really focused on pain being caused by mechanics, right? So if you had neck and shoulder pain, your head would be forward, your shoulders rounded. That creates a strain on the top of the shoulders. If you have overly tight hamstrings, you might not have correctly activating glutes. And a lot of my work was focused on helping people to understand the mechanics of the body. And it's actually how I developed my signature approach to massage, which I call the Creighton massage method. But over the last couple of years, I've noticed something really interesting in my practice, and it made me rethink how we ascertain the causes of your muscle pain, muscle tension, musculoskeletal issues. So what's been happening? When I've been working on clients, I've had situations where I do everything I know to release a muscle from a technical point of view. We address the postural issues, we get things activating. I use deeper techniques or lighter techniques to see what the body responds to. And it just doesn't change. It doesn't release. It doesn't get softer. However, when I then say to the client, open up your mind, what is coming into your head from your body? Are you getting any memories or thoughts or feelings coming up? What will often happen is a stressful situation at work will come up, or they'll have a memory from their childhood or a previous relationship. Just something will come up. And when they talk about that, the muscle just releases like magic, or the tissue just lets go that had been holding on and not responding to anything. Now, I first noticed that there was a connection between muscle tension and emotional stuff ages ago, I think in like my first or second year of being a massage therapist, when I'd work on people and I'd notice that specific spots, when we release them, people would just start talking about something. So for example, I had a client who she had lost a family member, and whenever I worked on her neck, she would start talking about this family member, specifically certain muscles in her neck. Whereas when I was working on other things like her chest or her shoulders or her upper back, it wouldn't come up. And I started to notice that for a lot of people, we might be working on a specific area of the body, and every time we worked on that, something came up about their work that was stressing them out, or something came up about their relationship that was stressing them out. And so I'd kind of noticed this connection, but I was still very much working from a physical muscle tension creates problem, imbalances in how you move, create problems. We will work on these things. But as this has happened over the last couple of years, where I'm seeing that things don't release unless people allow the emotional stuff to come out, I've started to realize that actually our emotional experiences and what creates stress in our lives is very much a factor in our physical pain. But it varies from person to person. So it's not like everybody who has physical pain has an emotional issue at the cause of it. And it's not like everybody who has physical pain has a mechanical issue. And so that's why I've come up with this concept of the physical emotional spectrum for physical pain. Now, I'm specifically speaking about muscular and like musculoskeletal tissue and a little bit of viscera because I do visceral manipulation because that's my area of expertise. I can't say how much pain that's related to autoimmune issues or chronic illnesses or things like that may fall into this or it may not. But what I've noticed is it's usually a combination. It's often that there's a mechanical issue like posture and an emotional issue like stress or imposter syndrome or remnants of a previous relationship, whether it's with a parent, sibling, friend, romantic relationship coming up. And for every client, it's different. So, one of the things that I'm looking at when working with clients now is where do you fall on the spectrum? The cause of your problem. Is it like 99% physical, where we just address your posture and get you to be doing the stretches and exercises that you need to do, and you will have long-term success with it, long-term resolution? Or is there a stress component or an emotional component where we're holding things in our body, and until we address what is creating that stress, we don't have a resolution? This is actually why this year I'm completing a trauma, grief, and loss sensitivity certification, because it's becoming so clear that this can be a really big part of what is happening when we're experiencing chronic pain. And we're going to be implementing these practices across the whole clinic. So soon this year, probably in the next 3 to 4 months, you may notice that we're talking about how we provide trauma sensitive, grief and loss sensitive massage therapy. Not only because we want people to feel safe, and we know that if you've had a traumatic experience, it can make it difficult to feel safe when you go for body work, for working with a massage therapist. You want to feel safe that your boundaries will be respected and that you will be treated considerately. But also because our physical pain can so much be caused by emotional stress, trauma from our lives, grief, and loss that we carry in our body. Now, whenever I talk about something, I always like to give you a way or a tool that you can apply it to yourself and get some benefit from it. So, the way that I would recommend that you apply this idea is to start connecting with your body to get an idea of how much of your pain is purely physical and how much of it might be from an emotional cause. Now, ways that you can do this are definitely journaling, right? When you start to feel pain, you can do some deep breaths and see if anything comes up. A really great way to do this is put your hand wherever you're feeling the pain or close to wherever you're feeling the pain. So, for example, if you're feeling pain in the neck, you might put your hands on your chest. If you're feeling it in your back, like in the middle of your back, which is obviously very hard to reach, you could put it on your abdomen. And just close your eyes and open your mind to anything that might come up. You can also try our visualizations. I have a guided visualization that works you through a guided body scan, and then you can relax the specific parts of your body. If you do that, and I'll put the link below to the guided visualizations, you can start to connect and open up your mind and see if any memories or emotions or feelings come up as you're connecting to your body. I also have a video of how to do a daily body scan, which is really helpful. Basically, the more that you connect to your body and the more that you notice if emotional or stressful situations are creating physical responses in your body, the more you're going to understand that you have an emotional component to the physical pain that you're feeling. If you have any questions about this, or you'd like to know more about how we work with clients where there may be an emotional component to stress, you can definitely get in touch with us. I'll put the link to our website in the description, and you can submit a contact us form or book a video session with us. Now, just a side note here, we are still massage therapists. We are not counselors or psychologists. So what we're doing a lot of the time is, a lot of the stuff that comes up, it's very easy for clients to go away and journal on and reflect on, right? But sometimes we encourage people to see us in conjunction with seeing like a psychologist or a counselor, so that as things are coming up, if they're maybe a little bit heavy and you need more support in that specific area, you can then take what comes up, what we find when we're working together with releasing things in your body, to your counselor or psychologist, and they can help you kind of process that further in their area of expertise. So I'd love to know what you think about this. Do you think that you have a physical ache or pain that's muscular but could have an emotional component? Or do you notice that one of your aches and pains gets worse when you're stressed or when you're going through an emotionally straining time? I'd love to know what you think about it. And if you're able to connect to your body and start to notice that you have some emotional components to your aches and pains, I definitely love to know. Please let me know in the comments below. If you know anybody who you think that their aches and pains maybe have, it may be related to stress or emotional strain, please feel free to share this video with them. The more that we can understand why we're having the aches and pains that we have, the closer we're going to get to having like pain-free, ache-free life, right? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.